I thought the games were awesome. China won 3-1. The first two games, really the whole series was actually extremely close, save for probably the third game where Uzi went 12-0 on Xayah because they just set up a giant camp down bottom. Like literally Gragas got level 2, ganked, level 3, ganked, like 4-man dives, 5-man dives. But he carried super hard. Anyway, what are your thoughts on that series?
I just thought it was really exciting. So I didn't stay up for the full series. So there was a big delay in between game 1 and game 2, and I fell asleep during that time. But I watched the highlights this morning, and I think it's really fun to watch because this is essentially like LPL All-Stars versus the LCK All-Stars, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes when you're going into those matches, you're like, ooh, how serious is it going to be?
It's an Olympic setting, basically.
Yeah, but this was taken very seriously, as you said. It was super competitive.
Yeah.
I feel so stupid talking about anything in this hat. But
keep it up.
I was really hyped for how seriously they took it, and I get the feeling that it's becoming almost like this personal thing for the Korean players and for the LCK to prove that they can just win something against the LPL. Like, yes, they won Worlds last year, but the events are starting to stack up, right? Like,
you think the burden of proof is already on Korea and on the LCK players?
Not
because they have dominated for so long.
It's not to prove that they are still the best or have been the best. It's more just, I think it's like a personal thing. It had always been to me, for a lot of the LCK players, a point of pride that they are clearly the best, always the best. No one can challenge them. And for the first time, they are being challenged and they're kind of being beaten a number of times. And my view is the community sentiment is starting to swing to, oh, LPL is the best now, right? And I think it's just kind of interesting to see that. And I think it makes the LCK teams want to win even more. And it's just building the hype for Worlds to unreal levels for me.
Yeah, I think the kicker will be if China wins a Worlds, then you can start to turn the wheels of, oh, Korea needs to reprove that they're the best and all this stuff. But up until that happens, people are always gonna be like, oh yeah, it was just Rift Rivals, oh yeah, it was just MSI, oh yeah, it was just the Asia Games or whatever. But you can't be, oh yeah, it was just Worlds. Like, wait a second.
Oh yeah, it was just everything last year.
You know what though? I think had the LPL not won MSI, Rift Rivals, and now Asia Games, and they did just win Worlds, there could be people that would say, oh, it's just Worlds. Korea's still won every tournament. Yeah, it's just one tournament. But if...
I don't think you can ever say, it's just Worlds.
So in the conversation of which region is the best in the world, I think you can. Because I'm actually... No, seriously. I think if the LPL wins Worlds, I don't even know if it will be an argument who the best region in the world is.
Yeah, for this
when the
year,
LPL does a clean sweep of the year. Whereas had the LCK won those 3 tournaments and then the LPL won Worlds, I think it's still a conversation. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's a difference.